Yeah, yeah. It wasn't turning on earlier. Hey, we're live. Welcome to Me and You Acres Monday Night Live. I'm trying StreamYard again tonight. We'll see how this goes. I know last time we had some issues with it, and I don't think it worked out so well. But I'm hoping this time might be a little bit different. Let's see. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Billy Lee. Thanks for showing up tonight. Lots going on. Lots going on out here. Totally off grid. If you haven't checked out any of our videos, we're living totally off grid up in Canada in a log cabin out in the middle of the woods. And we we got a couple of people.
Yeah.
You making the teas?
I'm making the tea.
Nice. Thanks, hon. We just recently put the cabin on the market because market prices were so crazy, and we got a hit. So if everything pans out, then we will be building on the front half of the property. For probably the next 6 months or so, depending. Hey, Sir Mike, Austin Storms, and Miss Angie. Cannot wait to see you guys eventually. We can't wait to see you too, bud. We're trying to get there as soon as we can. I know the borders are still closed, but they're talking about July 21st is where they reevaluate, and either they'll extend the conditions, which we're just gonna go for it and say we hope they don't. We hope they don't. But we're gonna try. That's all I can say. It's all I can do. Meanwhile, all day today and yesterday even, I spent learning and finding and learning a program so that I could do the basic floor plan for the house, since I have the measurements for the structure and everything. Austin says, Michigan is fully open and no mask rules now, just a heads up. Yeah, but that doesn't count for the border, right? That's something totally different.
Okay, can you move over a bit?
I can.
Actually, where's my phone?
It's still light out, and like that light from the back door.
Oh.
So I'm trying to. Yeah, there. It'll work okay there. I got like a glow about me.
Oh, here, just do this. Oh, no, wait. We'll do this way.
You're going to make everybody sick. Billy Lee says, I think it's wonderful living like that. Government gets any worse, my husband and I are seriously thinking about doing the same. You know what? If you have the capital to do it, I really highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I was just looking into, when we move up front, we're going to be right near the hydro lines, or the power lines, right? And so bringing in, I went and got a quote to bring in power to the new cabin, just to balance out and see what the pros and cons were for going full solar or going onto the power grid.
Right.
And up here, I know it's quite expensive because you end up paying almost like, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks a month just for delivery charges.
Yeah.
So it could get up to like 100 bucks a month, 150 bucks a month, I don't know. But we had a certain amount set aside from the proceeds of the house to build this big, solar system. So I was balancing it out, and it'd be roughly 150 bucks a month if I saved up for 15 years to replace the batteries, which is usually the life of the lithium-ion batteries. However, the power up here is pretty unreliable because we're way out in the woods.
Yeah. You didn't share a live to our Facebook page, so I'm just sharing it there.
No, I did.
To our Facebook page?
Me and You Acres?
Yeah.
I totally did. Did it not show up?
Wow. Let me just go double check. I saw it that you posted on another one, but...
Posted it on mine. I posted it on Homesteaders of Canada, HOC, which is something that a good friend of ours started up. And so a lot of the homesteaders that are doing the YouTube, they're all going and posting on Homesteaders of Canada, its Facebook group. If you want, we can add you to the group?
Yeah.
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 So you can
You don't
post
have
something
to
there.
be from Canada, but
No, not
that's
at all.
what Jeremy was saying. So, yeah, no, I went on our Me and You Acres page. Let's go here.
Yeah.
And oh, you did. It didn't show a preview though. That's okay. Whew,
But-
it is hot.
Yes.
Hot, 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 hot.
Yes.
I worked up a sweat walking to the goat barn.
Heard it was like 111 in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So I know where a couple of you guys are from. So what was the weather like? How was the heat wave where you are today?
Hey, Bomber Steve.
Oh, hey.
Glad to see you showed up, buddy.
How are things on the farm today? They're good. They're good. I just posted a really cute video on our TikTok and Instagram of our little baby goat. He is like a dog. This guy, even if we choose never to have goats again, he's not going anywhere. Timmy is your suck, and he's gotten to become my suck too. So.
Although he peed on my foot today.
He
I was
did
patting
pee.
him. He peed on my
He,
foot. I don't know, maybe
he
he was
did.
marking his territory. I'm going to believe that. I'm gonna...
Aiden's not my daddy. Now I don't even want to go there. I didn't.
Wow. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Oh, things have been busy lately because
Yeah.
I've been trying to. We've never built a house before, so I've been asking everybody questions. And or building a cabin before. I've asked everybody questions, and what to do, where to go, and I spent the last 2 days trying to learn how to use a program to build floor plans.
Yes.
So I did that.
Yes. So we just finished filming tomorrow's video. I gotta edit it tomorrow, but we have a plan for the cabin. And I'm so excited for it. I really hope and pray that this all comes to be, because Mama would have a laundry room, not a bathtub. Mama would have a storage closet for canned goods. She would also get a stove of her choosing, like one of these guys, but one that I've chosen. A nice bigger kitchen.
Yeah.
And our goal, please let this go through. Our goal is there's certain things we won't be stingy on. So we're going to have certain things in the cabin, but there's certain things that we're going to try to be as frugal as we can. And because we have the pole barn that we're going to put up, we'll have storage for it too. So we will know regardless. We will know within the next 2 weeks and a bit, because if it's not squared away, if all the, whatever is not on the other person that's purchasing the place is not squared away by July 15th, then this current deal would fall through.
Yep.
So, just fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay. I
Here.
just,
I'll
yeah,
move up.
you do that. It's Monday. Okay, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Welcome to Monday Night Live!
Every time you do that, I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
So, Bomber Steve's sitting at 48 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment, because when it's summer here, it's winter there.
Is it?
Yep.
So, well, it was 48.
So he had heavy frost this morning.
Wow.
Yes.
I kind of wish I had that right now.
Thorhaven rolled in at the wrong moment, finding out who's daddy. So I was out petting Timmy, the little goat, and he's
The
just
baby
like
goat.
he's like my little buddy, and he peed on my foot. So I said, well, he was just marking his territory because I'm his person. And Angie said, yeah, because Aiden's not my daddy. Oh, oops. Welcome to rolling in at the right time.
Yeah.
Tabitha says,
You can click on the comments.
yeah, I
And
forgot
then it
that.
shows, whoops, I just touched it.
It's been raining so much in West Texas that cars are flooding out. You know, that happened down in Detroit too.
Yeah,
We
I
saw.
think there's a whole area in Michigan
Is there?
because I've seen a few videos where, like the lawn is just raised up because it's a big puddle
Oh, you were
pocket.
showing me
Yeah, that
that.
was in Michigan. I don't know where though.
Oh,
So
okay.
that and I saw the what was it the
The I-94.
no, it wasn't the 94, was it?
Yep.
Okay. A highway that was completely flooded out. I think Mr. Brody has to go outside.
All right. Bomber Steve said, I just uploaded a cool video on our Sweeney's Creek Farm channel with a mob of kangaroos that I was able to get close to at work. The Joeys are cute. That would be so cool to see. Oh,
Oh, Turk's back.
get out! The turkey came back. No, I've lost
I gotta
Angie.
go give her a handful of
Go ahead, go
breadcrumbs.
play with the turkey. That's cool.
I think she comes back when the rooster's gone.
You think it's the rooster driving around?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should like
Get a new rooster.
fence her in her own area. We have 56 acres and can't hardly do anything without local country government saying no, or you have to do it this way. See, that's just wrong. We got lucky when we bought this place because it was just the cabin was already here, most of the solar system was already here, and the township is well, it's not a big township, especially in our area, and it's mostly seasonal. So I'm not saying it's laxed so much as like everybody's just easy going, and so as long as things work right, you're not burning places down. You can get along with most stuff out here. I think. I know that I think I've decided on putting the new 15 kilowatt system in up front, so that's what I think I'm going to do right away. I'm waiting on a phone call back because I want to see if I can pay just a little bit of money and get a temporary pole put in just to bring power to the site so that I can like power the trailer that we're going to live in the pole barn. We're going to build a pole barn and stick the trailer in it. So if we push in through the winter, we can just heat the pole barn and we can have storage, and it'll be like a 30 by 40 pole barn. So I'll have room for the trailer, room for a tractor, room for all of our stuff. If we need to, we can use part of it as kennel, or we can use part of it as, you know, for the goats or chickens or whatever, if I don't get something built up there. Which has been a struggle because I got one good arm. What are you barking at?
Me.
But anyway, so we've had a lot going on up here. What have you guys had going on around about your place?
Sorry, that was really, really cool. She comes around for food, and she gets so excited to see, like me, or if you're out, she gets so excited, and then she goes and comes back whenever she wants. Really neat, though. I like making sure that she's got some food, so.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people were asking, actually, about Turk, so we didn't see her for like
Weeks?
3 weeks. We saw her the once where we put it in a video, and then we didn't see her again for 2 or 3 weeks. And then she came back just a few days ago. And then I noticed that the rooster was picking on her. So,
I gotta check my phone quick.
okay. I noticed the rooster was picking on her. And so I'm wondering if that's why she goes away and doesn't come back. What are you checking your phone for?
So I got a message from somebody.
Oh. So, yes. It is hot, and I worked up a sweat again. Are we all caught up on the comments, my sir?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have something else exciting that I haven't announced yet anywhere, actually. We've had a lot going on. Miss Georgia, our kitty cat, it looks to be pregnant, so this will be her only litter. She'll be getting fixed after this at some point, whenever it's safe to. So, she looks to be pregnant. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit excited because she's just the coolest cat ever. So I've already said to Mike, if one comes out that it's well, it looks like her but has orange in her.
Not agreeing to this.
No, you are.
Every time I agree to this, I get screwed in the deal.
No, you don't. That cat loves you. You love that cat more. You love the two things that I wanted,
Animals
and
love
you
me because I'm awesome.
Yeah, we'll
we
say
just-
that.
That all creatures love me.
No,
Yes.
They don't all
There's
love
Snow
you.
White, and then there's me.
no, they're. I'm sorry, but sweetheart, no one will ever love you like I do. It's a running joke. It's a running joke. Um, but no, if there's one that comes out that's orange, but looks like her with some orange in her, and it's a female, so I mean that's a long shot. It has to come out looking like her with orange and a girl. Yeah.
She'll have like 12 kittens, and like 3 of them will match that description. That's
No, I think their first time that they have
that's
kitties.
how it goes.
I think the first time that they have kittens, they don't have too many. I think. I don't know. She's our first cat, so but she's the coolest cat ever. She's an amazing mouse catcher, amongst other things. So, yeah,
Right?
right.
And while we're living in the pole barn, she'll be a barn cat.
That's fine. She pretty much is now anyway. She
Sure.
tries to sneak in, and she comes in sometimes. But I like not having her in all the time because I have a family member that's really allergic. So she's usually a front porch and an outdoor cat. When it was super cold in the winter, we did let her in. But for the most part, she's outdoors all the time. For the most part.
Right?
But we do let her in once in a while.
Well, all the animals, since, we're all nice to them and we set it with them and kind of like play with them and stuff, they're all nice and cuddly. It's just, it's different. It's kind of like a petting farm around here.
Right. I just want to make sure that we are still good.
Yeah. It's interesting. Not too many people showed up tonight. Although,
It's because it's daylight.
you think so?
Yeah.
We did it at 8:30 a couple nights.
Yeah, but that was like now it's like light out until much later.
Fair enough. I don't want
Right?
to do it much later though, because
No.
yeah, nobody shows up.
Oh, Bettina. Hello, mama girl. We are. There we go. How are you tonight, Bettina?
I saw she was over in North Shores live earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean cut it a little early. He only did an hour because he wanted to go get some stuff done in the garden,
Because it's still light out.
and it's cool in the evening,
Yeah.
or cooler
Yes.
anyway.
100%. And it's right now, during the day, like I will say that about this cabin, is that on the humid days, you can definitely feel it, and a fan's not going to do it. But on a day where it's like today, it was humid, but it wasn't horrendous. Yesterday was hard. But we're already like a lot cooler, and in an hour or two, we'll start a small fire so that we still have
Warm water.
hot water, because that's how we're still currently heating our water so that we can have showers.
Now, if you threw a little bit of money into this place,
Yes.
to get a new water tank,
Mhm.
and then put a new propane stove in,
Yes.
then you'll have a complete summer system all ready
Yeah.
to go.
It won't. We did have it. We did have the propane tank, but it was a dud. I mean, we paid good money for it, but it just wasn't the best. And then what happened to that? Oh, you had emailed the company, and then they were supposed to send you a new product, but they send you the parts.
Yeah.
And then there was just a lot of running around, and nothing
Well,
ever got solved.
I put it together, and then it was just one leak after another because it was just, yeah,
Yeah, not good.
not good. So, and that was just an outdoor, like, camping water heater that you can get. But yeah, it didn't work out so well. So
I am going to share the thing to my Facebook page because I haven't done that yet. All right.
Bubba's being Billy Lee says, finger crossed for your closing.
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We've been doing a lot of legwork because we can't spend penny one until the money's in the bank.
Yeah. So we're doing all of the free stuff. Does he have water?
He's got both water and food.
We're doing all the free stuff that we can right now. Maybe he needs out. And we are working away, chipping away at the property up at the top. And hi, Becca. We're packing up stuff, but we're not going crazy because, yeah, we're just not. Like, we don't know for sure if we're going to move. And so I don't want to pack everything up. So mainly what I think we're doing is a lot of sorting right now. Sorting our stuff. Okay, is this going to come with us or not? And then if it's not going to come with us, then it's time to sell it, or it's time to,
Yeah.
give it away or whatever it is, and then we're less cluttered anyways. So that's the way we're looking at the whole packing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate being stuck in a limbo state, but I mean, it is what it is. Until it firms up, don't know which way it's gonna go, so you just keep on trucking. And you got to truck like it is, right?
Right. Let's see here. Tina, you have the...
Here, I'll click it.
Yes. I'm okay, thank you. In fact, I'm relieved. I told you my 17-year-old fridge or freezer was on the blink. For the last week, I've been using the mini fridge in my cooler. Today started with me throwing all... And I'm going to assume all the stuff out of the fridge. But I think it cuts you off at a certain point, so she'll probably...
There it is.
There
right
it is.
there.
All the the compost out for the garbage day, or for garbage day, and then I noticed the fridge seemed to be cooling again. I bought a thermometer for the fridge, freezer, and temps are good. It has now been renamed Lazarus. I have a tip that my mama actually taught me to see if your fridge or your freezer is freezing properly. Get an ice cube tray and put a dime or a penny or whatever, if you even have penny, and put it on top of the ice cube tray. And if your freezer defrosts, the ice cube will defrost as well, and then the penny will no longer be on top. Or if it just defrosts a little, then it'll be frozen in the ice cube. So it's a really good tip if you're going away, or if you just want to know if your freezer's working. Put a coin on your ice cube tray and make sure it's still on the very top and not sunk in at all.
That's a good tip.
It is a good tip. My mama taught me lots of good tips. Billy Lee says, Turk's back. She is. She comes and goes whenever she wants. And I'm pretty sure she stays away because of the rooster, which is kind of sad because she had a good thing going with all the chickens. They all got along. And then, I don't know, just the Wyandotte rooster that we have, he's a good rooster. He does his job and he's a good rooster, but he doesn't accept her anymore, to which he did at one time, but he just doesn't anymore. And so she is looking really good, which is good, and we feed her, we leave food out, so she lives in the wild. She's a wild turkey, wild domesticated turkey now.
We have 2 shipping containers of stuff from the last 12 moves that we are sorting, selling, and burning.
Yep. You should have seen the stuff that we got rid of when we moved here. Oh, we went from a 6-bedroom house down to this.
Yeah.
350 square feet main floor. I think it's 300 and change upstairs because we do lose a little bit of floor space. And we got rid of a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I actually earned my money for the camera that we use for YouTube by selling everything. I think I ended up paying $50 out of pocket, and the camera was, at the time, I know it's gone down in price, but at the time it was like $1,000.
Yeah.
And so in 3 weeks, we took that 6-bedroom house and just gutted it and did everything that we wanted to do while we lived there. We did it when we left.
Yep.
As per our usual.
And then we'll get this place to almost exactly where we want it, and we're selling it.
Yep. Just at the time when it's like, man, It's really looking good.
Mm.
It's starting to, compared to when we first moved here, right? It's really looking good, and now we're potentially moving.
Bettina says the
Yeah,
compost.
we already read that one. Remember you went to it? 'Cause
Oh,
it was
I
the
went after it,
continuation,
yeah, because it was a whole flipping week, she says.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that trick. Good for cottages. Yeah, when this family member, when another family member, I should say, went away, it was good because the power had gone out and they didn't know it, and everything in their freezer was toast. But thankfully, they knew that because the coin was on the bottom.
Mm,
So, yeah.
I see. Once I noticed it seemed to be cooling, I filled up the ice cube tray to see what would happen, and it froze pretty quickly.
Well, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yay, Turk.
Yay.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm happy she's back.
Now, when we traveled
Or at
up
least I
front
know.
and checked out the property up front, right? You said you saw some scat.
I did.
Did you say somebody identified the animal that it might have been from?
No.
Oh.
No. It looked like, it almost looked like dog poop,
But smaller.
but smaller, and it was like, I don't know, maybe it could have been a cat of some sort, because George is looking to be pregnant,
Yeah,
and,
could've been.
well, it wasn't herself that got her pregnant, so I know that there was a neighbor that said there was a black cat hanging around,
Mhm.
so it very well could be the black cats, because it would be along the same route as this other person. So
Dad's in the house.
Hello,
oh, by the way,
Papa.
waving, love you, and miss you guys bunches.
we miss you too.
Tons and tons.
Yes, more than you know. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm pretty excited because up front we found hoof prints. So there are deer
Up
walking
there.
through.
Oh, yeah. I got that video the other day
Yeah.
too.
The new where the new cabin will be, and what I'm hoping to do is right where the cabin is going to be, there it dips down behind it into a valley. I'm hoping to clear cut that down and open up the valley, and so that I'll have a nice little area to hunt in as well.
We're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna hunt too much. Like, you're gonna hunt, but we're not gonna. I mean, you eat deer meat. I've only ever tried it once with Papa Brian, and I didn't like it then. But I do have a different mindset now, so we will see. We will see.
I have.
To be fair, you both fooled me, or tried to.
Fair enough.
I caught on right away. They tried serving me sloppy joes, but instead of beef, they used venison.
Or as Dad calls it,
High-speed beef.
High-speed beef.
Speed. I can't talk.
Bettina says I had rotted shrimp to throw out this
Oh.
AM. Oh my god, I
The
a lot of
smell.
smells. That one's almost took me out.
Yeah, thinking of it. I'm gonna get
Alright.
the roti.
So yeah, it's okay. I have another family that we've met up here. It's a good buddy of mine that I know they eat venison. So if I end up with more than we will eat, it won't go to waste.
I just open the door, and take a whiff. I don't know what it is. It's
Oh, it came in. It's on the dog.
oh
Brody found something dead.
oh.
Oh.
Brody, no, let
Brody.
him go. To...
Brody, come. Come.
Oh.
Go on. Yeah, no. Sorry, buddy.
Oh boy.
I don't know what he found, but he found something.
Brody
that's
just
decomp.
came in and he
That's decomp.
yeah, he smells like something.
Decomp.
Yeah, something's been gone a while.
But
Like, it's horrible. I think I feel your pain now, Bettina.
so sorry, Bettina. We had that happen during our ice storm
Oh.
earlier this year. Lost 4 frozen turkeys. We donate plus shrimp steaks.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, we had You know what? The last time we had an outage like that and a lot of stuff went bad, it was in Michigan. And we had a huge cookout in the front.
Yeah, I remember that. That was honestly a really cool time. A really cool time.
Yep.
So the power was that the day.
The power was out for like a week.
That's right. That was the power surge.
Yep.
We had a power surge of like 220 come through the hydro lines, or the electric lines is what you guys would call it in the States. And I just saw the power lines like bursting, and we went inside and there was a bunch of smoke coming from all of our outlets. And so we ran through the house and unplugged everything that we could, but we lost
Tons of stuff.
a lot.
And then, like
Our whole system,
Oh, yeah.
we had to get upgraded, everything.
But when the meat started to, like, it needed to be used up because everything thawed out, I got with a couple neighbors of mine that
Yeah.
were all friends, and we decided that we were going to have a cookout. And normally people would just start having a cookout in their backyard.
No, we did it right on that street.
We dragged our barbecues out into the middle of the street, started barbecuing out there.
It was cool.
Kids would come by. Hey, what are you doing? Having a cookout. Want a burger? Want a dog? What do you want? None of it went to waste.
Back then too, like right now, back then, it's like we're old timers. Back then, it was like all the neighborhood kids knew us and the parents knew us, so it was not like we were or getting approached by stranger
Well, we had
kids.
4 kids with us at the time.
Right.
So it's
Right.
we were the Brady Bunch.
We were. We were definitely the Brady Bunch. Man, that
Bettina
house
said
has a
she
lot of
eats
memories.
venison.
Ah, so maybe Mike can hunt and you can come for dinner, or you can come take some venison home.
Sean! Welcome to Monday Night Live!
Hey, Sean. Not as animated as Mr. Mike, but that's why we work out.
She said that she jinxed us with the stinky talk.
Yeah, you did, but that's okay. That's okay. It's like, it's not. You know when you can start smelling something that's in your house, and you're like, oh, something smells. Like maybe there's a dead mouse or something like that, and you start smelling it, and it's faint, but you know it's there. And then like a few days later, it's like, well, bam! It hits you. That's what he just got into. So. And it's still, like, I can still kind of, it's smelly and lingering.
It's definitely on him. We found a dead carcass out there somewhere.
Something.
See, it's those things you wouldn't really catch in the city. You know, you let your dog out and it comes back smelling like dead animal.
Sometimes you do.
Not so much.
Not as often, I will say that.
Out here, it's like, it happens.
It's happened a few times.
A few times.
Yeah. Thankfully, they are all up to date on everything, so that's good. I can still, though, it's like, we're going to have to bathe him tonight, because that is so bad.
Yeah.
It is very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we have a couple other people. Hello, hello, hello. So we have Robert Castleberry.
Right.
Hello. Sean, we've already said hello.
My other brother in green,
Sam.
Robert. And then S. Moore.
Yeah, Sam.
Sam.
Hello.
Now, Sam, I wanted to ask, were you over in
North Shore.
North Shore's live tonight? Because I know he was mentioning you. It looked like he was reading some comments, but I didn't see any of your comments.
Yeah, he couldn't see it.
So, and I went back looking, so...
So S. Moore says, what did our Sam... Oh my goodness. Sam says, what did I miss? Our dog went outside and it smells like he found something that died a few days ago. We're talking about the property.
Turk was here?
Turk was here. Turk came by to say hello. I gave her a little bit of food and some bread. Georgia the kitty is pretty sure she's pregnant. So we're going to have kittens here soon.
Mm-hmm.
Unintentional. We didn't even know, like, I know cats can come around for miles if they're in heat. And I've just never seen, other than where she came from, which is not far away, but for a cat it would be far. And I've never seen any other cat. And then we kind of suspected a couple weeks ago because we felt her tummy and her nipples were more, like, noticeable. And so I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then my a friend come over and her son had picked up the cat, and I saw his face as soon as he felt her belly, and I'm like, yeah. So did you feel that too? And so he was like, oh yeah. And then now in the last week, I would say every day she's almost like she's getting bigger every day. You can notice it. So it'll probably be her last litter because we didn't. This is unexpected. We didn't want her to get pregnant. She's not fixed. I know she went outside, but I always did say too that I like the animals having at least one litter if it's possible, just for them to experience it. And whatever homes that these kittens go to, I will be responsible about that. So
To be fair, I didn't look it up, but I didn't see any cats around here, so I figured we were safe. I didn't realize
yeah,
they traveled that
you
far.
didn't know, but I knew that they can travel quite a distance if they're in heat.
You could have told me.
I know, but I just never saw any cats around here, so
Years ago in horse foaling season, my friend and I forgot we had a placenta in the milk house until we smelled it. Oh, oh, man, that's bad.
man.
Okay, so Sam was in there talking about garden advice.
Okay.
So apparently, I have to click on the live chat instead of the top chat.
Oh yes, I think even here, because we're on StreamYard.
Right. So maybe it was because I'll have to double check that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Becca, now Becca's like, I want Brody.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Good to know. I was wondering why. I wondered how many people I missed or didn't see then. All right. Well.
Yes. So there we go. Females can go into heat as early as 4 months. Cats will also stay in heat to get pregnant. I'm a crazy cat lady. Do you need another kitten? I know that you have. If I'm not mistaken, you have 3.
Oh, hang on.
What is it? Oh, did you
There.
see it? No. Look, Mike. He's sorry. There's a big spider. I know. I saw it too. He's coming out and getting all those guys. So just leave him until after.
But he's under there.
I know, but no, he just went in the cupboard. He's been doing it for a while now. I've been watching him, but he keeps coming out when the.
I'm surprised you're not like kill it.
No,
kill it.
because I saw him going after what's in the web, so I was like, he's just waiting for the web to rattle.
Spider Steve will stay.
Oh, Spider Steve. And then, so if you guys didn't see our last video, I didn't get this part on camera, but I showed later. We had, I was walking towards our garden boxes that we had last year, and I was walking in flip-flops, and all of a sudden I saw 2 snakes just, like, and I do totally have a snake scream. And so he's learned it now. And so that one, I screamed, and then I was like, oh, snakes. Yeah. And then we videoed it, and one of them was quite big for a gardener snake, so I know they're around, but they're usually up by where our oldest daughter used to stay, her trailer when it was there. They're usually up there, and they're not down this way. So I went to go, we have a big bale of hay, and I went to go pull back the tarp, and there was a snake just staring at me, and it looked like it was going to lunge at me. So of course I screamed again. So they're out in full force, and then Mike saw them again in the same spot under a tarp together. Yeah. So now
It's
they're
2 of them.
breeding little
they're
snake
breeding.
babies.
Yeah. Tina said that she could go back into heat as early as 4 months, and they
No, females go into heat as
Oh.
early. Yes. So she is, how old is she now? She's a year and a bit now. So we noticed that she went into heat every 3 weeks, and she started that about 6 to 8 months old. So
I don't know how old she is. She's cat age. She will be able to get pregnant again before her babies are weaned.
over my dead body. No, I gotta find out when we can, because if we do move, I'm guessing she's probably about a month, and they're pregnant for 60, I heard 57 to 67 days, but it could be as high as 70 something days. So I'm gonna go with 60 plus days. So she's due right around the time we're supposed to be going to Michigan. if I'm right, because now that I've suspected this, we've known for what, 2 weeks now? A week and no, 2 weeks now. We've known for about 2 weeks. We're suspecting for about 2 weeks, and yeah. So I'm guessing she's, because they say that their nipples start to come out around 2 to 3 weeks.
Nipples. You'd be surprised how far a male cat will travel for a lady.
I know. We
Humans
know
too.
that now.
I'm living proof. I traveled from like one country to another. She doesn't want one.
Oh, no, no, no. I have all 6, all rescues. Oh,
All 3 were bottle babies.
wow.
Hey, Plum's Backyard!
Hello, hello.
Welcome to Monday Night Live! What is your deal?
She wants Brody, because Brody smells like whatever
Dead?
they...
He smells
It's
good.
good.
Like death.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Jeremy and Carmela.
Hey, CGM showed up.
I'm sorry. Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late. Never be sorry. It's still daylight out.
Snakes. Nope, nope, nope.
No.
Burn the entire farm down.
I'm telling you, that's what I wanted to do.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, I did. And no, thank you. Thankfully, they're not poisonous.
No,
So,
they're just gardener snakes.
Yeah, there's
And-
2 snakes that we've seen up here. I don't remember what it's just a brown snake, so I think they're actually called brown snake.
I think they are.
And then Gardner, is it Gardner or Gartner?
I don't know.
Gardner.
I just saw always gardener snake, but
Gardner.
I like having them around the garden
Mhm.
because they'll eat any rodents. They'll keep most of like the chipmunks and stuff. We'll try and stay away from them. So
Right.
it's kind of good for a garden.
And one of
actually.
them, I didn't think the bigger one, because I don't know what it was, a girl or a boy, but it was orange and yellow and black. And so I questioned, like, was this a gardener? Because I've only ever seen them in black and yellow. And so I was questioning for a second, but then I don't know if it's true for all snakes. First of all, I know we don't really have, where we are, if any, we might have 1 or 2 poisonous snakes in Ontario, but don't quote me because I don't know about that. But if they have round eyes, they're non-venomous, and if they have slanted eyes, they're venomous. So I don't know. That's why I asked you that day. But I do know that I've heard that before. So that was one of my first questions. Is it round eyes or? Yeah.
Jeremy says, "How's everybody doing today?" Well, we're
are-
doing pretty good. I spent 2 days.
Oh.
So I
We're gonna
was
show
doing-
this on a video if you can't
Yes.
see it.
So
tomorrow's-
don't worry about that. But I spent 2 days finding a program and then learning how to do the program so I could build this.
Can I just say something else too?
What?
When I worked at the college, I worked at the trade school. And one of the most, because I didn't know you were on AutoCAD. One of the most difficult, no.
Okay.
One of the most difficult things that people came in for, or they needed help and assistance with, was AutoCAD. And our department at the time didn't have anybody for AutoCAD. So if you're figuring it out, you're one ahead of the game.
Well, all right then. Let's see here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, Jeremy says.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
Always
Yes, please.
back up there. Doing well in Virginia. Hope you are doing well.
We are doing good.
You know what? I've heard there's a heat wave going all over the place, so I
Yeah.
hope it wasn't too hot down in Virginia.
I know Vancouver, I've seen quite a few TikToks today where it's like over 40 degrees Celsius. So doubling that, 80, and adding 30, so about 110.
Yeah, and it was like 111 in Washington. I saw it earlier
Which
today.
they're close, aren't they? Vancouver, Vancouver
Yep,
and Washington,
yep.
yeah.
You will need to keep her locked up because she can't be spayed until at least 2 months after giving birth.
Thank you, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just, as long, like, I like all the animals that I have, or I try, I like them having 1 litter. It's not a must, or, you know what I mean, but it's just something that I like to do for them. And so this will, fingers crossed, we'll do our best, that will be it.
So I just read something.
What?
So what are you making? Is it mead, which would be you know, true to your channel's name and everything, or is it something different? You know what mead is?
Sourdough bread, I think.
No.
No, that.
Oh, that's sourdough bread.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know. I know I saw a picture.
Might, you know, that falls in line with the whole bread thing. Yeah, I got excited about the fermentation, especially with Thorhaven,
Right.
because the traditional drink for
Maybe
Vikings and
You'll
the
have to let us
Norse
know.
was mead. It's a honey mead.
Well, it's second or third, so it's probably alcohol because it's second or third batch. So let
Alright.
us know. Solve the debate.
Everybody's saying
Hello,
hi.
hello, hello.
He traveled 6 hours to another country for.
To where are you? Okay, so aren't you from Ontario? Where is she from? I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Well, her accent is like pretty thick with the French or the Quebecois or whatever it is. I don't know. Don't even get offended. I couldn't tell you.
It sounds French to me.
She
Yes.
seems to have a
Yes,
very
she's French.
solid accent, and
Yes.
so I would say he's probably.
But he's talked about Oshawa before. I think he said I don't know. Let us know, please.
Yeah. Now I'm interested.
What do you mean now you're interested?
I'm like, I'm invested now.
Okay.
Okay.
Where
Let's
were
see.
you? Okay.
Sam says I only have garter snakes.
They are
2
garter. Because I
garter
saw, I don't know
snakes.
if you read it, but I saw Bettina had said it was garter.
I'd rather fight a bear. Not me. Only one in Ontario, Mississauga Rattler.
That's not Mrs.
That's Massasauga?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's still a Rattler,
Massasauga, yeah.
right?
Gotta run. Bye,
Sam's gotta
Sam.
run.
If you're still there, bye-bye.
All right.
Rum.
Rum, yar, waiting our bees for more honey before doing more
Oh.
mead.
There you go.
I have
You
to
were
go
right.
visit.
I was wrong. It's only because...
You know what? I'm gonna make a good batch of some apple pie, and I'm coming up to visit you guys. We're gonna like taste test everything.
I think that would be a good idea.
We're gonna have to take the camper.
Right.
6 hours from Ontario to Quebec. That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why he talks about Oshawa.
No, wait, what? No.
6 hours. He drove 6 hours for his lady too.
Oh, I thought he
She's-
said from another country. That's why I was
Well,
asking.
That because
I
it's
guess-
6 hours from Michigan to Oshawa. That's why I probably inserted that.
Go back up in the Go back up. I want to read it.
I bet he's calling Quebec another country. Bettina
Oh,
said.
yes. And then, okay, yes. That's what I thought originally she was from Quebec and you were from Ontario. But then you said another country. I knew she was French because I've heard her speak. And, yeah. Yeah.
She makes it sound good. I can't make it sound good.
No, neither. No, you cannot. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. You know, it's funny. I can't speak. I mean, I know probably enough to get by a little bit, but if I read French and I listen to French, I understand way more. So one of our neighbors are French, and the kids, they speak more French than they do English. So the parents often speak to them in French, and I can understand a lot of it. You were even surprised. You're like, your French is better than you think. He was surprised, but asked me to speak it other than like bonjour or like little words here and there. Or I know my alphabet. I know,
Right?
I know like how to count really high.
At the same time, like
But I
you-
understand it.
You grew up with French, where French
French class,
French
yes.
is hard for me.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Yeah. But you grew up with Spanish.
Yeah, and
And it's not. Sorry.
I can understand a lot of Spanish if I hear it spoken, but German as well.
Yeah, and same with me with Italian. Because I
Right.
was raised in an Italian family, so I can understand Italian.
Mm-hmm.
More, I can't speak it. Like, again, I know my numbers. I know the common, like, hello, goodbye, things like that. But when, let me tell you, I definitely, and tone is a lot when it comes to language too. And so,
Inflection.
yeah, and I knew, I knew when, like, when I'd go visit my grandparents and stuff, like, I knew when there was something going on. I knew when people were mad. I knew when people were, like, joking. I just, you could tell a lot by that. But I could understand more to hear it than anything else.
Fair enough.
And it's yeah. I don't know why I can't seem to get it out, but I can understand a lot. And another thing I want to say about like the way we grew up compared to what you would have gone through. So Canada is an official bilingual country,
Yep.
whereas
The States,
the States,
is not.
like, everything's all English, where I've read a lot of French on all my products, right?
Mhm.
And so it's in everything, like every flyer, every, well, not flyer, but every product, it has the double language. And so you just grew up with learning French class. When did you start, or Spanish class, when did you start?
Spanish?
Yeah.
Uh, I think it was middle school.
Yeah,
7th,
because
8th grade.
we started, I don't know when they start now, but I know when I started, I was in grade 4.
Oh, nowadays I think they start maybe in kindergarten.
Yeah.
But you know, it always kind of. I still have to ask my mom this, because my grandparents spoke like Dutch fluently. They came from Holland,
Mhm.
and my mom can understand it
Yeah.
fluently.
Yeah.
I think she could even speak back, but I've never. I don't think I've ever heard her speak anything other than English.
Your mom?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Even with her mom, she spoke English. That I've heard. I never heard her speak
I
anything
don't know.
else, but
The only thing, like I've said it a couple times, the only thing I ever remembered was Hagelschlag. Hagelschlag.
what's that?
It's basically chocolate sprinkles, and they put it on butter on bread.
That sounds better than chocolate sprinkles. Hagelschlag.
Hagelschlag. I have to say it that way too. You gotta get that whole throat
Someone
thing going.
comes in right now. don't judge us on the Hagelschlag.
The Hagelschlag. My mom's gonna beat me up too. That was so wrong. It's not even pronounced
It's probably
that way.
something completely different.
No, it's very close. I swear because as a kid, how excited could you be if like you were like, oh, here, have a sandwich, and it's like basically butter and chocolate sprinkles on bread, on white bread, like, oh,
One of my favorites growing up with the Italian side, one
Yeah.
of my favorites, and to this day I still eat it. So my nonno used to make his salad, and it would be his homemade, I think it was wine vinegar that he made, and olive oil, salt and pepper. The grandchildren would line up and fight for the position in the line for this salad. And salad was always served after dinner. So you never had the salad first, you had it later.
so it was more of a dessert.
Well, there was
Almost.
dessert too, though. But like, that's another thing. There's course after course after course. And so that's one thing I remember, and I miss so much. I miss his vinegar, and I wish I knew how to make it. It is one of my lifelong goals, though, to figure out, and I have uncles that I can probably message and ask, but I want to know how to make that vinegar, because if I did have, do you remember we did it at the last house, or had it at the last house? My uncle
Yep.
gave me a jug and gave me this vinegar, and I tried everything. Like, I drank. I pretty much might as well have, because I used to like dip my bread and like soak my bread with this vinegar after eating my salad, of course. And so I saved it when it got down to like this much. It had the mother in it, and I'm like, well, maybe if I just add some balsamic vinegar or some other wine vinegar, it'll take on its flavor. It didn't. And so I was really, but that bottle of vinegar lasted a very, very long time. And so I want to learn how to make that, and I will.
So it looks like you guys started in high school then.
No, I started grade 4. I know that because I failed grade 4 and had to take French again. And I, at the time, was like, no. But then I got into the class, and I was very grateful that I failed grade 4 because I knew all the stuff they were teaching me the next year. And I was good at it. Oh, look at that.
Can you pronounce that?
No, I can't see it. Gesh.
Gesundheit.
Oh, Gesundheit.
Because I was saying, I'm just like.
I swear I'm smarter than I portray on Alive.
Oh, you are. I set you up for that. That was totally on me. At the same time, one of my favorite.
Oh, Bridget, did you see that?
Yeah, I put that up there.
English.
She
Okay.
started English at 4 at the same time you started your French.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I
shows
sure did.
because, like, she's.
Again, I can't speak it.
Right.
But I know words, and so I can group sentences, and I can. One of the hardest things that I think I did, or let me try that again. I can't even speak English. One of the hardest things for me to understand when I was learning French was masculine and feminine. And I still don't get it. I understand the concept a little bit, but I don't understand what it applies to, when it applies to what. And so certain things, like I remember our neighbor, I can't remember the object, but I was asking,
masculine, feminine?
and I was asking, like, how do you know certain things are masculine and feminine?
And you just do.
You just do. And so, which is the same with English. There's certain things that we say, and we can't explain it. And it's just, no, you just gotta go with the flow.
English has so many contradictions. Like, so many contradictions.
Well, it's derived from how many languages?
Probably. Yeah, it's just,
Right?
it's a mashup, but.
So.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Bettina grew up in Bondhead, the one north of TO on 400.
That way?
Then the top end of Richmond Hill, then Trenton.
Okay. Trenton is
It's
near,
up this
yeah,
way.
yeah, well, it's near Belleville.
Yeah.
And Belleville and Kingston. So we're north of that, about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes north of Trenton.
You'll figure out my Canadian geography is poor, and that's being generous.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, you stick me in Michigan and I can't get lost.
Yeah, no.
Like,
And I'm sure we've said this at some point along the way, but, and it's so stinking true
yeah?
that when you tell somebody, where are you from in Michigan? They're like, here, or here, or here. They use their hand. And I mean, I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, did you go on further? So this is Michigan,
Yep. I
and
did
this
this
is
way.
the Upper Peninsula.
Upper. And then we're like over here.
Because
we're in Ontario.
literally, you go up to it's shaped like that. It comes off of Wisconsin and you go all the way up to the Copper Harbor, which is just south of Thunder Bay.
Do you travel the 41 to go up to Petawawa? Because we're just off the 41.
Male versus female, yes, it's learned. I
Yeah.
can't always explain it, but it's hard to learn another language where the sex of things are not the same as you learned. Oh, good lord. Yeah, I just...
That comment can go either way with him.
says drives past us all the time heading to...
That's why I said,
oh,
does he go up the
okay.
41?
Yeah. What, baby?
Because that's, from here, Petawawa is only, well, it's near Pembroke, so an hour and 30 minutes south. We are, well, no, because we're south of Renfrew and Pembroke, and yeah.
You know what I found interesting, though?
Mm.
When I'm in Michigan, I have an like almost a flawless sense of direction. Like
Yeah,
I can
we're the
always
same
tell
here.
which way I'm going. Here, I'm lost.
I know.
Like,
I was the
all the
same
time.
when I lived there.
And
I could not. I know the rotation of the sun. I know when it's
get it.
it rises and it sets, and what time where lunch is, and I know all of that. No matter where I'm in Ontario, that I have been anyways. You put me in Michigan. I remember I kept asking you, what direction's our backyard? Like all the time. I'd always forget. I just never grasped it.
take care, Billy Lee. Thanks
Oh,
for
is
dropping
Billy?
in. Yep, his phone buffers badly. I will watch
Oh.
later. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. God bless you too, bud.
I,
Or, yeah, I shouldn't take, because Billy Lee could be a girl. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Have a good night.
Used to when I was in Ontario. He said, used to drive down the 41. Plowman said, I used to work in Pembroke, so Petawawa was roughly an hour and a half from us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Take care of Billy Lee. Have a good night.
Yes. I know it was so hot out today. You know what? I wonder, Jason, did you work today in all that heat? You got to be like dying right now. I know even the heat here, we're just like, we're ready to go to bed, turn in, man. It's just crazy.
Well, it's cooler in here now.
Well, now.
At nighttime, yeah, it cools off here. And no matter what, when it was humid, like last summer and the summer before, there was maybe one night that I was like, okay, I need air conditioning. No, last year it was. There was a week where we had a heat wave.
It's never at night.
And no, not at night. At night we were okay. But we had a heat wave last year too. And we didn't have fans. Well, we had one small fan. And then all of a sudden on one day, we had like 2 air conditioners and a fan. And they were all brought to us because of wonderful neighbors and friends.
I love this neighborhood.
Yes. That we couldn't have, we couldn't have picked anywhere better as far as the people. It's awesome. I closed that because the generator.
I'm trying to get the airflow coming in so it can bring all the cool air into these rooms.
Yeah. So it's been hot, but with everything, when you're kind of living this way, you go with 2 things: what has to be done when it's like hot like this, what has to be done, and you go with the weather. So when it's raining, we do stuff inside. When it's hot and humid like it was today, we try to not work so hard. And then if it's even this hot tomorrow, we'll go take a dip in the lake, right? And we'll just use your elements.
Mm-hmm. Did you read that from Thorhaven?
I did.
Sure did. It was good down in Picton area, putting dock in. Much cooler there than up here. And if you were putting the dock in, were you actually down in the water?
That would have been nice.
Because I wouldn't even put the waders on then. They'd just gone in.
Right?
Oh
my goodness. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that we'll just do an hour tonight. What do you
I think so too, because
with all the heat and everything,
well,
we
it's
figured...
not even that. We have a lot to even do tonight before we go to bed.
That's true too.
And you know what's crazy? If we do move,
yeah.
What are we at? We're at June 28th? 1, 2, 33, 36 days. If the deal goes through, in 36 days, we have to be out of here. And we're nowhere near ready.
I understand that, but we also like double time on stuff. We're
Yeah,
just
we
that way.
do that. Like we're doing what we can, but once we get that, yep, it's a go ahead. Oh, we will.
I did learn one
work.
thing, and I want to put it out there too, because everybody's been Googled or they're just going crazy over this Starlink thing. So I did some more research into Starlink today, and it turns out it's not going to be as great as they portrayed, because
At first.
right now it's in the beta phase. Beta phase means what they're trying to do is actually get a net, like just satellites all over into orbit. And the reason they're trying to do that is that they keep a rotation. And as they're rotating, right now currently they don't have enough satellites in the sky. So as one goes by your spot on the planet and there's not another one to catch up to it to bounce the information back, you'll end up with a dead zone. So they're going and they're having internet dropped like a few times an hour right now. So when it is up, it's great. When it's not up, it's not there. They're in the process of putting up another 1,400 satellites, and they've already applied for another 4,000 or 5,000.
Oh wow.
Well, they're hoping to cover the planet.
I just have to say this. I mean, I know there's a lot of satellites up there. We all have been told that. But one thing, if you've never done it before, go to Google and look up a satellite map. It's kind of scary how many's up there. And
Yeah.
it's nuts. And it's really cool because you can see where they're all from, where they originated from, what they're doing, what their purpose is. Are they dormant? Are they not?
What they don't tell you is there in that satellite map that you saw,
Mhm.
there are many of them up there that are not there on that map.
Oh, probably for security.
And we can control them. So
Well,
Government
careful,
agencies.
Careful.
it's okay. It's well known. Government agencies actually can move the satellites around.
Yes, I knew that. That's common. That's where you're going to end that conversation right there.
I can't say more than that. I'm legally obligated not to.
Are we going to have to delete this live?
Not at all. I know the boundaries, but that was as far as I can go.
And how do you know this?
Well,
Never mind. Never mind. Don't answer that. Don't.
it would have been one step further in my schooling. And I was offered that, but I decided not to because I wanted to be in a semi-tactical unit so that I could move around.
So it's okay. Cool.
Yep.
I didn't know you then, so.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, so even Thorhaven said, that's crazy awesome. You guys went crazy to get the cabin ready to sell, though. You know what? And that's just kind of par
That's-
for our
yeah.
course.
Once I think we do that. We exhaust ourselves. We stick to a project or two or whatever's going on, and it's like hustle, 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 and then it's like, who are we? Where are we? And we're just quiet and to ourselves. And then, what always seems to happen, this is what I find out is the routine with us, is that we get that hustle, hustle, hustle. We do whatever it is we need to do. And then we take the grandbabies, and then we exhaust ourselves to the point of beyond exhaustion because we're exhausted beyond exhausted, and and then we definitely go even more quiet, and then because we usually take them about once a month. We'll take them for a weekend or so.
It hasn't
try
been for a
to.
little bit because of,
No.
different things, but
No, we like
Well, no, yeah.
there was like a time where it was like 5 or 6 weeks, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna not see my grandbabies. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if I had not seen my grandbabies, then Mr. Parker wouldn't know us. And so I'm happier to say that he knows us than anything else.
Bum, 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 bum.
Something, Mike. I don't know if it's agent, but it's something, Mike.
All right, anyways, on that note, I think we'll call it a night. Have a good night, everybody.
Yes.
And thank you for showing up. If you're watching this live afterwards, thanks
Thank
for
you, thank
showing
you.
up and watching. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Any and all help is good help.
So,
Yes.
any and all. Oh. He is spoken. Yes, sir.
As always, until next time,
Take
take
care
care and
and
God
God
bless.